So I've been using Claude and Canva together to create LinkedIn carousels. And once I set it up the right way, every single one of them after just got easier and faster. So let me show you exactly what I did. I'm Tracy and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to walk you through connecting Claude Ai with Canva to create designs. Like I said, I'm going to use LinkedIn carousels as my example, but this works for pretty much anything you make in Canva. Now, there's a piece that most people skip, but if you don't, it sets you up so that you're not repeating yourself every single time, and that's the part I really want to show you. So let's get into it. First, let's just talk about Claude. You can use Claude in your browser at Claude AI or download the desktop app. If you get the desktop app, you'll see it comes with three things: Claude Chat, Claude Cowork, and Claude Code. For this tutorial, we're using Claude Chat. That's the conversational mode where you're just talking to Claude normally. Now you can do this in Cowork as well, but they both have something called projects, and even though they're named the same, they work completely different. I'm doing a separate video on Cowork because mixing them here will just confuse everything. So for today, we're sticking with Claude Chat. Whether you're in the browser or the desktop app, it does not matter. Okay, so let's connect Canva. Go to Customize on the left sidebar. So we're going to click on Customize. We're going to click on Connectors. And then we're just going to add the plus icon. And we're going to browse connectors. Now you can see there's quite a few different options, but we're going to look for Canva. And we're just going to click on the plus sign. Just go here to connect. What you're doing is you're granting access that Claude AI can access your Canva account. So we are, if you want, make sure you look through here and see what it can do and click on allow. Okay, so now under connectors, you can see that we do have Canva. If you want to disconnect your Canva account from Claude, just click on the disconnect button. And that's it. And you can just reconnect right here. Now, when you connect Canva, you'll see each tool has three options: always allow, needs approval, or block. And this really is about what you're comfortable with. If you set it to always allow, Claude just does its things. It creates the designs, whatever you need done. If you set it for needs approval, Claude's going to stop and ask you before every action. And block just turns those actions off completely. If this is your first time, maybe you want to start with needs approval so you can see what's happening and then switching it over once you're comfortable. But that's it, you're connected now. You can have a Claude free account and a Canva free account, and this will still work. You don't need paid plans for the connection to work. Now here's the part that makes this useful over a long time: projects. Click New Project. Name it something specific. I'll make mine social media content. This will handle all my platforms, and then just add a description. And then just click Create Projects. Here's what projects actually do. For everyone, freed or paid, projects keep your work organized. All your social content, in this case, in one place instead of scattered across random chats. And you get to set up custom instructions, your brand rules, your platform formats, your preferences, and Claude follows them automatically in every chat in that project. You are not repeating yourself constantly. And then there's files, and this is your project knowledge section. You can upload documents here. I recommend creating a simple document with example posts from each platform that represents your idea's style, like a LinkedIn example, an Instagram example. This gives Claude concrete examples to reference to, not just abstract descriptions. Projects also have a memory feature that automatically learns from your conversations over time. I'll show you how to check it. In order to make sure memory is on, we're going to click our name. I'm going to go to Settings, Capabilities, and right here under Memory, we are going to generate memory from chat history. Allow Claude to remember relevant context from your chat. And this setting controls memory for both chat and projects. So we're going to toggle that on. And now we're going to go back to projects. Okay, so let's do the basic and give it some custom instructions. If you're creating content for multiple platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, you might think you need separate projects for each one. I would put them all in one project, and that way your brand foundation, your mission, values, voice, key messages, that stays the same across all your platforms. What changes is just the format and tone per channel. So we're going to click on plus. And here's what I'm putting in for my custom instructions. I'm going to give it my brand foundation, some content principles, content strategy, and then start giving it some platform specific guidelines. Just save instructions. For this demo, I'm adding one example, but I would add as many relevant files as needed in my knowledge vault. And you do that by clicking here and uploading your file. And why this is better than separate projects: update your brand voice once, not 3 times. No drift between platforms. Everything stays consistent. Great ideas can cross-pollinate between formats, and it's way more efficient long term. Now, of course, if you're managing different brands, then, you would do separate projects. We have a few ways of doing it. So let's start with the first way. We're in our project and we know that we're in the social media content project, and I'm going to start a new chat. So I'm going to click, make sure that my connector is toggled on, which it is. I'm starting with @Canva, so it knows I want it to use the Canva connector. And as you can see, it's giving me 10 slides. You can generate design or you can tweak it. I'm going to tweak it. I'll just add some instructions, and that looks a lot better. So I'm going to generate the designs. It's going to give me a caution about running the action. And just so you know, this does take a couple of minutes. I have sped up this part of the recording. And now it's giving me a couple of options. So I could pick this one, and I can open it in Canva, and I could go in and start moving things around because these are all basic elements in Canva. Now I'm going to give the exact same prompt, but this time I'm actually going to give it a template design I already have in Canva. So I asked it to use the template, and for whatever reason, it decided not to. So I just said, hey, I'd like you to use my template. And AI is never perfect. So, okay, so we're going to open the link, and it used my template and added this content. So this is my LinkedIn carousel template. So what I would do is I would make a copy, and that way it always just updates this template and I never lose anything because it will overwrite it. And another way, again, same prompt. The only difference is if you have a paid Canva account, you can ask it to use your brand kit. So I'm asking it to use my brand kit in the prompt. What happens is I have several brand kits and I need to name it or else it won't use any brand kit. If you only have one brand kit set up in Canva, it should use that one. And again, I just want to really point out it's not perfect, but it sure saves a lot of time and trouble if you're just going and tweaking these designs as opposed to starting from scratch. So let's take a look. This is close. It does have my colors. It looks like it has my font as well. And this particular brand kit doesn't have a lot of content, so it doesn't have a lot to work with. So I'm going to give it a pass on this one. But if you go into your Canva brand kit and really fill it out, Claude will do so much better. And again, generate designs and start playing around with it in Canva. Okay, important question. Does Claude actually remember and learn within a project? Yes, but let me explain how it actually works to set it up right. First, custom instructions are your foundation. This is the most reliable part. You write your design rules once, Claude follows them every single time. When you notice something, like, oh, I always have to remind it to keep text under 15 words, go update your custom instruction. Second, there's memory, and it's available on all plans. It's not a paid feature, but you do have to turn it on. And how it works is Claude automatically summarizes your conversation and synthesizes key insights. This updates roughly every 24 hours, so it is learning from your chats, not just when you say, remember this, but actually from patterns across your conversations. And each project gets its own separate memory, which is perfect. Your social media project memory stays focused on social content. It doesn't bleed into your other projects. And remember, you can always tell Claude directly what to remember. Like, remember the hook style works perfectly. Keep using it. Claude saves that to your memory summary immediately. You don't even have to wait for the daily update. And here's my advice. Even with memory working, I still update my custom instructions when I learn something important. Memory evolves over time. It can shift. Custom instructions are locked in, so use both. Memory catches the nuances. Custom instructions are your non-negotiables. So that's the setup. Start with one project for whatever you create the most. Set up your custom instructions, use it for a couple of weeks, and just keep refining it based on what works. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos I make. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.